Are you crazy? Don't pull up beside us. Oh, what the?
You walked yourself into that one. There's a lot of people running around here think they could say whatever and do whatever to people. You learned your lesson.
Hey everybody, how's your day going? Because guess what? Somebody decided to piss in one of my pots. I think it was pest control because they were here today when I left for work.
I'm not saying everybody that's crying is shedding crocodile tears. I'm not saying that at all. Do you feel the tears welling up and you like, oh, this is going to be good. This is going to go viral. Oh my God.
My new phone. And I know it's piss, by the way. There's no need to tell me. I already know.
I do feel sorry for you. And in a situation like that, call the police. Imagine getting locked up for peeing in somebody's pot. But wait, hold on. I just realized something. Why did you leave strangers in your house? Why would you let these people roam around your house alone? I wouldn't do that at all, because you never know what could happen. Case in point, somebody peeing in your pots and pans. What could you have possibly done to somebody that they would do something so heinous, right? I'm not up on the rules and regulations and the laws or anything like that, but shouldn't that put you on the sex offender list?
Oh, you women always talk about how smart you are with all of your degrees, but you let a guy with a high school diploma manipulate you. Yes. And that makes sense, and I'll tell you why. There's something called book smarts and street smarts. So those who are academically inclined have probably...
Yo, I wish she was here for this. I wish my wife was here for this. You know how many times we'd have had this conversation? She got all these degrees, bachelor's, master's, got her name on research papers that are in Washington, D.C. I be bragging about all her academic accomplishments, but when it comes to plain old common sense... She get mad at me when I say shit like, yo, you should have known better.
Been buried in books their whole life, a significant portion of their adult life, so they don't have street smarts, or don't tend to anyway. So they may not be able to read red flags or read the room or see through people's BS or even learn how to manipulate, because that's not a skill that they would be learning when they're in school. People who are street smart tend to be able to read the room, read red flags. They're able to see through people's BS. They're able to learn how to manipulate because that might be a survival tactic that they had to learn. So, of course, when we're talking about the skill of manipulation, someone who is street smart would have that skill. Now, if you put that same street smart person against the book smart person on a test or in the workplace, they'd probably lose in that arena too, because that's not their area of strength. That makes sense.
As somebody who's been around street smart people and book smart people, difference is like night and day. Don't get it twisted. There are definitely some chameleons out here who can play in both arenas. There are book smart people who are definitely street smart, and those people are dangerous.
If you guys see this bubblegum booty baddie out on the road, she's mine, okay? Okay.
My boy, she worked for Amazon. I just want you to know, she worked for Amazon. It's somebody in there be having her sprawled out on them packages in the back of that truck.
Thank you for delivering a smile to me this morning.
Bye.
Oh, my baby. Ooh, what the? What the?
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting that. But she did it in your face. It's probably him. He be having us sprawled out in them packages. Now, in all honesty though, when it comes to factory and warehouse jobs, everybody be in there sleeping around. The only thing is that Amazon, it is documented. Actually, I seen a story last month. These two Amazon workers got in a fight and one of them ended up getting stabbed and he died. And you know what they were fighting over? You guessed it. Some workplace vagina.
Story time how I caught my husband of 11 years cheating on me with a teller from the bank we went to. Oh, for 11 years, I had a happy marriage. No suspicions that my husband could have been bored or wanted to cheat on me. But little did I know that a teller at the bank that we went to was trying to get at him. And I literally had no idea. I want to mention at the time of this, I'm 3 months pregnant. When I find text messages between him and her, I confront her. She says, I'm so sorry. I didn't know he was married. And he says he's never going to talk to her again. And me being pregnant and vulnerable, I decide to stick it out and stay with him, regardless that he had the intent to cheat on me. And I thought it was done right then and there. I'm like, okay, you know, maybe he just needed to get out of his system. We had been together for 11 years. I said, I'm going to stand by my man. But a year goes by and he starts acting dumb. Starts not coming home. He starts not answering his phone. He starts coming home really late. He starts acting really funny. And we all know the signs. Remember old girl from a year ago? She starts stalking on my social medias. So then I'm going, okay, 2 + 2 = 4. And I need to figure out what's going on. One day I go to his work site and I'm looking through his truck. He knows I'm looking through his truck, and then I'm looking for something that I had lost, and I find his tablet. And I don't know why I decide to go through his tablet and calls start coming through. And it's old girl from last year. And so I answer and she hears my voice and then she hangs up. Answers, hears my voice and hangs up again. Answers, hears my voice again and then hangs up again. This man had literally connected all his, he made all his calls from his phone go to.
Where's part 2? You know what this sound like? This sound like one of my coworkers who caught her husband cheating. But I'm gonna tell y'all the story after this.
Connected all his, he made all his calls from his phone go to his tablet so that I wouldn't see any text messages or calls. I don't know how he did that, but that's what he did. So then I see all the messages and the calls between them, and I realized they had been having an affair. It never stopped. They had been having an affair. But the fact that this man went to these lengths to keep it from me, to make sure that his calls and his text messages were going to his tablet, I didn't even know that could really even happen.
Oh yeah, you can
So
forward
I
it.
decided that I'm going to start screenshotting everything, right? I'm sending myself everything, but then I'm like, you know what? Screw that.
Imagine you watching all my videos, laughing your ass off, but you still ain't subscribed. You got commitment issues, dog? It's free. It is free for you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way, YouTube not gonna control when or how you see my videos. Come on, people. What's going on? What are you waiting for? I ain't begging. I'm asking nicely. Don't make me ask you again.
I'm going to take the whole entire tablet. I run to my car. I get in the car. He sees me. I know he's seen that I had the tablet. So he calls me and he's like, I know you know everything. I've been wanting to tell you that I want to leave you for this woman. I'm leaving you and I want to be with her. So I'm like, okay, we're arguing. He gets in the car and he's kind of like just.
Cheating is wrong. But let's say you are out here doing what you do. The worst thing you can do is leave your woman for your side chick. Let's say you the side chick. The worst thing you want to do is accept the dude you sneaking around with that's leaving his wife for you. As the saying goes, how you get him is how you lose him.
Following me, and somehow or another, he crashes into me. Whether or not he had the intention to crash into me or not, he went to jail and his mom bailed him out. Next day, I end up talking to the woman he was cheating on me with, and I'm like, you knew he was married, you knew all these things, why did you do this? And she was like, I love him, he told me he was unhappy, I wanted him to move in with me, and you were just in the way. He ends up moving out and moves into a hotel, and at that time he starts telling me that he's sorry and he wants to work it out, and basically he's trying to have his cake and eat it too, because he's being with the woman and then telling me that he wants his family back, and I'm eating it all up and I'm falling for it because I love this man. I wanted him to do right by me. So then one day I have my friend take me to the hotel.
Hold on. She went to the hotel. What happened? Hey, shout out to her. This is a very intriguing story.
I wanted him to move in with me, and you were just in the way. He ends up moving out and moves into a hotel, and at that time he starts telling me that he's sorry and he wants to work it out, and basically he's trying to have his cake and eat it too, because he's being with the woman and then telling me that he wants his family back, and I'm eating it all up and I'm falling for it because I love this man. I wanted him to do right by me. So then one day I have my friend take me to the hotel where he was like staying at, and I'm knocking on all the doors because I really didn't know which exact door it was because he would change his rooms. He calls the cops on me because old girl is hiding in the restroom. So at that point, I'm just tired of this whole entire situation, and I decide that I'm just going to leave him and I'm going to just be done with the entire situation. They remain together. And a year later, guess who comes crawling back telling me that he's sorry and that he wants his family again. But by now, I already met someone. I'm already happy. I've let him go, and I don't want to go back. I divorced him. We do still co-parent, and I really don't know what his dating situation is. Moral of this story is sometimes when a woman takes your man, it's sometimes just thank you. Thank you for taking my problem. Thank you for taking the trash out. Thank you for doing me a favor. Thank you for taking my headache. Sometimes it's okay, ladies. We don't have to be sad, upset. We don't have to go after the woman. Because after 11 years, if a man still wants to do you dirty, thank you, next. I wanted him to move in with me.
A year later, after the mission has been completed, the side chick is bored and she dropped his ass like a hot potato. Now, honestly, with her saying, After 11 years, if he's willing to do this to you after 11 years, listen to me. At some point in your relationship, you're going to hit a plateau. And one thing about human beings is we are always curious about what's next. We are always curious about new experiences. We're always curious about taking things to the next level. So if you're in a relationship, you're so comfortable that you don't see the need to change things up. Even if your partner might be showing you signs that they want things to change up, you're opening the door for somebody new to step in.
If you feel that way, then why don't you just leave me? Why don't we just get a divorce and you can go create your new experiences with somebody else?
Morally, that would be the correct thing to do. But financially, that would be stupid. You know what I'm saying? You run the risk of having to pay child support and alimony and all that. My boy gonna duck off and try to sneak off and do what he do. Now what I think happened, is old girl, she done put that thing on his ass and he got comfortable. He stayed in there longer than he had to and he got caught. But to be honest with you, what's done in the dark will always come into light. So you might have got away with some shit. But there's a chance that either karma's gonna get you or your dirty deeds and your dirty laundry are gonna get exposed. So I worked at this plant and I had a coworker who, first off, I'm gonna say this. This bitch took me to the HR office. And I feel as though this is why she took me to the HR office. She worked on the line next to me, right? And it was a chick that she used to work with. They were both assemblers. And me and the chick that she used to work with, we used to always be talking. We always had these conversations. She was in a biker gang. And she was so open about her sexual activities. She was just so open about these dudes that she used to be messing with. And she always had stories about these dudes that she was sleeping around with. We would just be swapping stories. And the lady was a Hispanic lady. She would be listening. And she would jump into conversations. And some of the things that we used to be talking about, she used to be over there like, no, I no do that. I no do that, no. And me being so damn blunt, without filter, because I wasn't thinking about what I was saying at the time. I'm like, yo, if you don't do that for your husband gonna cheat on you. I was like, you don't do them type of things for your husband? She's like, no. I'm like, your husband is gonna cheat. He gonna find somebody else who gonna do it. That hurt her feelings. It hurt her feelings. I knew it hurt her feelings. But I didn't realize how much it hurt her feelings until one day she accused me of looking at her ass and took me to the HR office. Now, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not gonna act like I ain't never checked her out. She's a beautiful woman. But that particular day, I'm ready to go to lunch. They called my boy over there because he had just got his hair done. So they're like, oh my God, your hair is nice. He just put some color in his hair and all that. They're like, oh my God, your hair is so nice. And I'm sitting there by the trash can and I'm like, come on, dog. Me and this man usually go to lunch. We write our music. So I'm by the trash can and shorty like, why you look at my butt? I said, what? She said, no, I see you look at my butt. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to go to lunch. Are you serious right now? She's like, yes. I'm like, all right, bro. I walk out. Now we went to Sonic and I'm sitting there, I'm upset. Cause I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna act like I ain't never looked at her ass before, gang, but like, I really wasn't, dog. I don't like being accused of shit that I don't do. So now I'm like, yo, I gotta confront her. I come back in. I'm like, listen, I wasn't looking at your butt. She's like, no, I see you. I don't want to talk. I don't want to hear it. All right. Some months passed by, dog. She took me to the HR office. HR called me in there. The HR lady asked me some questions, and I'm like, so I just told the truth. I was like, listen, man, I'm not going to act like I ain't never looked at her. I'm not gay. You feel me? And then you can see she walking around here in skin-tight jeans all the time. So I'm pretty sure she know that the men in here pay attention to her. But that particular day, man, I was trying to go to lunch. I can give a what she had on. She gave me a speech and she was like, you got to be careful with a lot of people because sometimes people have bad days, and when they have bad days, they lash out on whoever is closest in the vicinity or whatever. Fast forward, I stopped talking to her like that. I stopped going over there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people stopped talking to her also because they felt as though that was some bullshit. About a year go by, then she quits. They ended up moving the plant to another location. She came back to work for the plant. It turns out she had gotten pregnant, had a baby, all that. About a year and a half or 2 years had passed since, she was gone. Anyway, She's back now. She end up working on my line. She end up working with me. And now we talking and stuff. And before, like, we could even talk, she was like, yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about what happened. I apologize. You know, I'm sorry. Like, she just straight out just apologized. And I'm like, yo, it's okay. It's all right. You know, it happened. It happened in the past. Whatever. All right, so now we working, and we get to talking some more. Bro, she said, exactly what you told me was going to happen, happened. Exactly what you told me was going to happen, happened. I'm like, what you mean? She was like how she called her husband cheating. Her husband owns a trucking company, okay? And he be gone for days, weeks. Anyway, I don't know how she ended up catching him cheating, but she caught him cheating with a young girl. He had a young girl that he was cheating on her with, giving the young girl money, taking care of the young girl. And, you know, when she caught him and she asked him, like, yo, we've been together for 20 plus years. Like, why would you cheat on me? Like, why would you do this, that, and the third? Nah. He was like, honestly, it's our sex life. He said he wasn't satisfied with their sex life. The last I heard, he asked for forgiveness. She forgave him, and she got pregnant. Within the time of him getting caught cheating, they done had 2 kids already. And obviously, she's not going to go anywhere because he's making a lot of money. He makes a lot of money. So, I know she's not going to go anywhere. She even admitted that she wasn't going to go anywhere. She was just sad and upset that it happened.